Here with us tonight, a special guest at ringside, retired Illinois Commissioner Mr. Ron Futrell. Where are you, Ron? There he is. Stand up, Ron Futrell at ringside. He doesn't have to work tonight.
With one of my buddies, ex-champion Mike Fly Garcia, here at Natex Boxing, supporting us at the Table of Champions. Mike's good to see you. Tell us a little bit about your career as a boxer.
As a boxer, I was a 4-time Chicago Gold Glove champion. In the Nationals, I fought Sergio Reyes and Oscar De La Hoya. I lost to both of them. Sergio in '88, Oscar in '89. They both went on to represent our country in the U.S. Olympic team in '92. As a professional, I was 26-0 with 18 knockouts, ranked 7th in the world.
Wow, incredible record, and still healthy and still working out and running like crazy, right?
Definitely, still doing marathons. Got Boston coming up April 16, 2018.
Excellent, excellent. One of the great Chicago legends here at Natex Boxing in North Lake, Illinois, at the Midwest Convention Center. Mike, God bless, thanks, and have a great New Year.
Thank you for having me. God bless all you guys. Thank you.
Let me bring in another guy here. Louis, come on over. Another one of Chicago's champions here, Louis Mateo, KO Mateo, professional. Louis, great you're here supporting us. Tell us what's going on. I think you were doing some relief help, too, in Puerto Rico as well.
Right now, yeah, we're going next week to Puerto Rico, me and Frez. I'm training the heavyweight #1 contender in the world. I'm here with the president of the ABO.
Let's bring him in. Let's bring him in, too.
Juan, could you come with us? We are helping Puerto Rico, Mexico, and all the problems they have, and especially Puerto Rico right now is going through some bad times. We're going to give almost $80,000 to the Mike Anthony Foundation, and we're going to meet over there with Mark Anthony, when Daddy Yankee, Gomez, all the champions of the world we're going to do a fundraiser over there.
A great humanitarian effort. I mean, maybe we could light a fire under the president. I mean, he doesn't seem to have that compassion like you guys do. But, you know, if you're out there, Trump, come on, man, we need some help. Send somebody over. Tell me about this guy right here and what he does, too. Or this guy can tell me who he is and what he does.
Hi. Well, my name is Juan Curiel. I'm a former police officer in Round Lake. And
hey, police.
Yeah, and you came out to a couple of our shows, remember? And, you know, I started an organization called the American Boxing Organization. And it was basically focused to celebrate American fighters. You know, we have a lot of programs, and pretty much, you know, we're the baby organization, but thank God we have 17 champions on a national level and 3 intercontinental champions, and we've grown a lot in the last couple of years, you know, and we're just very fortunate that we're here. We're based out of Illinois, and I'm just very happy that I have guys like Louis, that's the ambassador. I got Leroy Murphy, he's on the board of directors. I got Ernie Brown. I also have Montel Griffin, Seth Cruz. I mean, the list, I got like 5 or 7 other guys that are part of the organization, and they're all doing a great job. Every single one of them is out there grinding every day.
Wow, you just named some of the highest integrity people that I've met through boxing, and just great to have those guys that support the great Leroy Murphy, and Louis Mateo, and all the guys you mentioned, and it's great that you're doing that kind of stuff. Much success for you in the future.
Yeah,
Thanks for the support here at Natex
I
Boxing.
could also add, you know, we're the first governing body. You know, we're small. We want to remain small because their experience, their guidance enables me to make executive decisions. And I think that's what we've grown. We've grown tremendously. And, you know, guys like yourself, because you're also a ref, USA boxing ref, you know, you donate your time, you're out there helping. This is what boxing is, you know, people in the sport. And that's something that I've always done, even with the amateurs, you know. And it's special, it's unique that people in Chicago, all of them, all coaches and officials such as yourself that are out there doing this to promote the sport of boxing that we all love.
Futrell. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm welcome, Scott Futrell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way into the ring is Martez McGregor. Martez McGregor making his way into the ring. This bout is scheduled for 4 rounds of action in the light heavyweight division. And ladies and gentlemen, here it is, Martez McGregor. McGregor. All right, fight fans, here we go. This bout is scheduled for 4 rounds of action in the light heavyweight division. Your judges at ringside, El Gallardo, Robert Heckel, and Mike Cicero. The third man in the ring in charge of the action, your referee, Lou Hall. And now for the introduction of the principals. First, boxing out of the blue corner. He's dressed in the blue trunks with the white trim. He weighed in at 177.5 pounds and brings into the ring a professional record of 1 win and 2 losses. Coming here tonight from St. Louis, Missouri, here is Scott Futrell. Futrell. And his opponent, directly across the ring to my right, boxing out of the red corner. He's dressed in the purple trunks with a black trim. He weighed in at 177 pounds. He comes into the ring with a professional record of 4 wins with 1 loss, and all 4 of those big wins are by way of knockout. From Maywood, Illinois, boxing out of Chicago, here is Martez, the real Tasmanian McGregor.
Here we are live action at North Lake, Illinois. Natex Boxing bringing you another barn burner fight here. This is a good matchup. Martez McGregor versus Scott Futrell. McGregor looks ready. It's the opening bell. Martez
Rick.
McGregor.
I'm back at you, and I want to see this one.
We got a lefty out here. The general is a lefty.
Now, Martez can hit. He's got 4 wins, all 4 of them by knockout, but he's fighting a tall opponent who should be able to keep him out. Well, who's going to try to be able to keep him on the outside. He's a southpaw. Let's see if he can make it interesting.
Yeah, he's better watch himself walking into Martel's right hand, because Martel looks very strong tonight.
Yeah, he's always strong. Purple haze, baby. That's what he's going to put on you, purple haze.
That's the old Jimi Hendrix trick, isn't it? Kind of a feeling out process right now. Scott Futrell, pretty tall for this weight. Tall guy for this weight. What, about 6'1", 6'2"?
Yeah, he's got to be about, is he 6'4"? Well, I was going to say he's every bit as tall as me, and I'm just about 6'3", so.
Is that in your stocking feet or your house slippers?
Man, I'm just glad I'm outside the ring and not in the ring getting hit with those body shots that McGregor just threw.
Let's see if we can see some strategy here, some technique or fundamentals. You know, I don't know. It seems kind of a cold start.
Yeah, but you know, the general's doing a couple of little slick things in there. You know, he's not being overly aggressive. He's staying away. He sure doesn't want to get in where he can get hit, trying to reach.
Yeah, Martel is overly patient too. He's waiting for that. Just reach a little bit more.
And that's what he's got to do. There you go.
Oh, hard, crisp shots there, Steve.
Yes, indeed. You know, I also want to point out one thing.
Beautiful left uppercut.
McGregor,
that was super sweet.
That was a nice shot.
That
came to fight. It came to fight.
Yeah, that uppercut was to let him know, hey, I've got some skills, brother. Just don't get too tricky. You might get clipped on the chin.
Yeah, this one doesn't look like it's going to go the distance, even though it's only 4 rounds. These guys are banging.
Crisp, hard shots. If I were Martel, I'd be doubling up that jab and working that body on the thin guy. You know, let's see if he stays down on that body. Double up the jab, blind him, and just stay on the body. After 2 rounds, then he could get caught with an uppercut swinging wild like that.
He could get caught with something like that. I want to point out that we'll get a chance when he turns around here. Martez McGregor's got a little tribute to Ed Brown, one of the fighters here in Chicago that passed away recently. He's got RIP for Ed Brown on his trunks, and that's a nice tribute to a young professional fighter who left this world far too short.
Absolutely. I was a good friend of Ed Brown, and I always liked his energy and his smile. Always had a friendly smile for you.
Yeah, you know, Rick, both of us been around a little bit. I mean, we saw him when he was 12, 13 years old fighting.
Yeah, and the funny part about it is he could take us then.
I did a lot of his fights over the years.
Scott Futrell from St. Louis, Missouri. That's Leon and Michael Spink's country. A lot of good fighters come out of St. Louis. I'm sure you could name a few more too, Steve.
Yeah, I knew you were going to put me on the spot.
Nah, I didn't mean to throw you under the bus there. You're just doing too good. Got to slow your roll down.
There was a Yogi Buchanan. Who would you remember? Buchanan was a good fighter out of St. Louis, as I recall. Kenny Norton was from across the river.
Okay. See, I didn't put you on the spot.
You know, he was an Illinois guy, Kenny Norton.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, it was a big high school football star here in Illinois, Southern Illinois. Joined the Marine Corps, went out to California. Camp Pendleton is where he took up boxing.
Interesting. Those Marines are tough anyway, with or without the boxing.
Well, we got an interesting little matchup here in the ring.
I can tell you this, the director of boxing and Natex with Andrew Sobko put together real boxing matches, not mismatches like we do see in around some of these venues. You know,
even our first bout, man, for an opening bout, those 2 heavyweights come out. It was 4 rounds. It was perfect. They were banging and working hard all 4 rounds.
Like John Nacita told me, they're going to be competitive. They're not going to be mismatches where one guy's 10-0 and the other guy's 0-10. So I want to see if this St. Louis guy can hang in there the full 4. Yeah, the General Scott here's got a very good reach.
Yeah, Futrell's got a slick little style, doesn't he? It's kind of awkward. Look at that.
Well, Martez is making a mistake by staying at the distance that Scott is effective at.
You're absolutely correct.
You've got to get either lower, under, change levels or something. And he's winging some big shots, Martez, but he's not setting the jab up. You got to set the jab up on the big man. Show me the jab.
Looking to end it with the big one shot, you know, and if you got a guy in there with some skill, it's not going to happen.
Now, the General's got to get that jab working a little more. Otherwise, he's going to be under a little more fire as we progress.
There it is. Now you got See, Martez is at the perfect distance for this guy to hit him.
Just got nailed with a right
You got to
hand.
be all the way out or all the way in.
Or I should say left hand.
This could be the day of underdogs here.
Yeah. And we got a couple of 8-round bouts later on tonight that, man, I'm really looking forward to seeing, particularly that bout with young Chicagoan 9-0 Giovanni Cabrera Mioletti.
Absolutely.
Who's getting a real test tonight.
I'm dying to see our 8-round bouts and our 6th round because they're great boxing matchups.
It's a pretty interesting fight, Rick.
Yeah, he's stepping around him real nice. He's giving him angles, I think.
General came in to win.
Yeah, Scott's
Good round.
boxing wisely, using his imagination. Sam's got to light a fire under Martez right now. It's round 3. Got to make it happen right now.
Yeah, this one only scheduled for 4.
Yeah, I like the fact Scott Futrell, real relaxed, real calm. Doesn't seem to be breathing heavy in the corner. He's got a good couple of corner men in there too.
Well, a guy you and I know for many years, Kareem Bey, been around the Chicago fight game forever, former boxer. Sammy DeTusa.
And you got Sam as
Right,
well.
Sammy DeTusa. Also a longtime fight guy, originally from Chicago. Handles Mike Gravansky out of Seattle, Washington. And now Sammy's back in Chicago. So we're going to see a lot more of him around Chicago boxing.
There, Martez doubled up the jab when he came out, so you know maybe he had a little pep talk in there.
Yeah, well, he's got to do something and put some heat on this guy. Yeah, he just ate another left hand.
If he's going to eat those punches, he's got to make the guy pay somehow with hitting the target.
And Futrell's got the right idea, you know. He's staying on the outside. They try to pop that jab, keep him out, throwing that long left hand. And look who's backing up who. Look who's backing up who.
Martez is trying to draw a lead right now. He's looking for that big right hand that he just threw, kind of baiting Scott to get a little more relaxed.
And you know, Futrell's pretty cool about it. Trying to work an uppercut in there and get on him with that jab again, which is what he's trying to do. It's the way to fight him.
Futrell's not going to do good at that range. This is where he doesn't do well.
No, he should get on that bicycle, use that jab.
Nice combination, but I'm afraid he's going to get his head taken off. He just got buzzed there. If he takes those tempo shots, he'll be taking a visit to the canvas.
He just should not make a street fight out of this. He's got that nice reach. He's got that jab. He needs to control the distance, not let Martez get on the inside and do his thing, because if he does, it's going to be early night for him, and he just got nailed.
Martez needs the right uppercut in there. He could close the show. There it is.
This is Martez game right here, baby.
I just called it. He's got to stay in there with that right uppercut and that left hook. Big power shots coming now from Martez.
I'd like to see him mix it up and shoot to the body, too. Not just the head.
I called that in the first and second round.
There you go.
We're in round 3, right?
Yes.
This guy's got to get under those shots or he's going to get hurt here. Standing too tall. Martez should have went to the body the first 2 rounds. It'd have been a whole different ball game right now. Martez a little arm weary now.
Let's see if Futrell can pick it up. Now's when Futrell needs to step on the gas a little bit. Finish the round big.
It's a real competitive fight.
Interesting bout.
Futrell looks gassed.
Yes, he does. And I got a hunch Martez could go another 6 rounds.
Did Martez win that round, Steve?
Yeah, I'm going to give him the round.
4.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so seconds out. We got a fine burner in the ring. This is the 4th and final round. Let's go. Make some noise. Cheer these guys on. Here they go.
Both fighters want this 4th round, Steve. They're coming out pretty aggressive. The General's got up on his toes now. He doesn't want to risk getting knocked out. So he's up on those balls of those feet.
He ought to do just what he did right there. Stay on the outside, throw that jab, double up that jab, and get on his bicycle move. Step to the
around.
side, shoot. That's exactly right. Step around, step to the side and shoot. There you go. I don't like the fact he's standing right in front of him when he does it. He should step around.
Yeah, this Martez has power. McGregor, you know, he's slows down, freezes the body. I think, Steve, whoever can pull this round out could maybe get the nod in this fight.
You know, I got to tell you, and I hate to make a little rush to judgment here, I see it kind of going Martez's way in that he's turning the pace around. I mean, he's the one that's dictating the pace. He's doing the work in there.
He's definitely bringing the heat.
Right, he's bringing the heat, and he did last round too. And a guy Futrell has really slowed down.
Futrell has lost a lot of power, a lot of snap on those punches.
Exactly. It's a nice body shot. He had to reach a little bit for it, but that's okay. That was a nice right hand.
If he doesn't hit the floor in this round, I think he'll be close in the running. McGregor's all over him.
Yeah, but Futrell is doing some nice counter-punching in there, isn't he?
Little slaps, not much in it. That just hurt him, that right hand to the body.
Getting out hustled.
Martez is on him like a cheap suit, Steve. If there is such thing as a cheap suit anymore. Yeah, he's killing him to the body. That's what I called for in the first 2 rounds. It's a little late in a 4-rounder to make the body shots count.
That's okay. If that body is open, you take it, and it still scores points with the judges, and it looks like this one's going to go the distance unless we see a knockout in the last half a minute or so of this round.
I'm glad we don't have to judge it, because I'm not sure if the judges like Martez's aggression or some of the slickness of Scott Futrell.
I don't know, I spent 16 years as a pro judge in Illinois, so I don't mind judging him, Rick. Although, you know, when you're judging at ringside as opposed to doing what you're doing, you do watch it from a different perspective. And I think you really concentrate a lot more when you're a judge at ringside.
Yeah, with the amount of punches.
That's a pretty good bout.
Real good bout, real competitive.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for these 2 warriors. Yeah, we got another one that lines up with the hands of our guys. And we want to thank Compass Holding. Compass, where are you guys? Yeah. You're bringing us the action tonight. Thank you. Raffle tickets, don't forget. We've got
You know, it was a learning experience. You know, wins or losses, they come and go. But, you know, I got in there, did my thing, did the best I could. And, you know, unfortunately, I didn't get the W, but I felt I did great. I looked great against a boxer. I'm a professional MMA fighter, you know, taking a boxing match. I feel like I did great. So, you know, I'm not disappointed.
Hey, Scott, I saw that very sneaky right uppercut that you have. He was a little leery of that, and we thought you were kind of like outboxing him, and he was swinging kind of wild, missing a lot of stuff. But you were in really good shape. Any of the body shots hurt?
I felt them. You know, nothing to stop me from pursuing what I had to do. But, you know, I was aware of it. You know, it definitely caught my attention.
Who do you train with in St. Louis? You're from St. Louis, right?
St. Louis, Missouri, St. Charles MMA. We got some great guys out there, man. You know, we do some of everything, kickboxing, boxing, MMA. So, I mean, we're well-rounded and we're ready for anything.
Well, we're glad you came out to the Natex Boxing's first show, Virgin show here in North Lake, Illinois. Fights are very competitive. You guys put on a heck of a show, and I was really proud of your performance. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And shout out to my people in St. Louis. Love y'all.
Peace out.